Hi everybody and welcome back to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Miss St. Louis and I'm a teacher at Rogers Elementary School in the Mehlville School District, and we are located in South St. Louis County. Today I'm here to teach a reading lesson that's geared towards students in the 3rd grade, but all learners are more than welcome to join and learn with us. So let's get started. This week we have been talking about all things grammar. So let's start with a quick review about the different parts of speech that we have covered. So we've covered and talked about nouns. Those are words that name a person, place, thing, or idea. We've talked about verbs. Words that show physical or mental action, being, or state of being. They're stuck. We've talked about adjectives, a word that is used to describe a noun or pronoun, telling what kind, how many, or which one. And we've talked about adverbs, and those are words that are used to describe verbs, telling where, how, or when. So, we've talked about a lot, and today we're going to continue our discussion of parts of speech by talking about prepositions and conjunctions, okay? So let's kick it off with some prepositions. Prepositions are words that are used to show the relationship of a noun or pronoun to another word. So we're talking about these relationships. How do these things fit and work together? So let's look at some examples. We have words like toward, during, below, right? So they can show location, time, and direction. So let's look over here at my handy dandy bear, and we're going to create a list as we move the book in relation to the bear. Let's stick him down a little. He seems to be sticking up. So I have this book. So my book is where? Where's my book right now? Good, it's above. What about now? Where's the book now? Good, behind. What about now? Good, next to. Very good. So that can show some location, right? What about, right? How's my book moving? My book is moving, good, it's moving towards the bear, right? Okay. Now how's my book moving? My book is moving in what direction? It's moving down. Very good. Okay. So that's kind of showing that direction, right? We could also, right, talk about time. Now time's a little hard to show, right? But the book can happen, right? Things can happen before, right? He picked up the book before, right? He picked up the book after, right? He's going until. So there are some time words that we can use as well when we talk about our prepositions. Now, the thing to think about with prepositions is we talk a lot too about prepositional phrases. And those are words that work together to show, right? It's above the bear, right? Below the bear, right? I can't just say that something's below. I want to describe where. It's below the bear. So that's a phrase that I'm using to help show me where. So we're going to stick with our pattern for this week, and we're going to start by reading some sentences and identifying the prepositions, those words that show the relationship between nouns and the rest of the sentence. So let's get started. our first sentence. The moon is behind the clouds. The moon is behind the clouds. Well, we see the word moon, right? That's a noun, it's a thing. Now what do we know? Good, behind, right? The moon's what? It's behind the clouds. We're showing that location. Where is it? Behind the clouds. Very good. The cheerleader is on top of the pyramid. The cheerleader is on top of the pyramid. Let's look at the cheerleader. Can we talk about her direction, her time, her location? Yeah, she's on top. She's on top of the pyramid. The cheerleader is on top of the pyramid. That tells us where she's at, her location. Very good. Sean climbed down the tree. Sean climbed down the tree. What did Sean do? He climbed, okay. Where did he climb? Good, he climbed down the tree. Very good. So we have down, that's our preposition. It's telling me where. My prepositional phrase, down the tree, gives me a little bit more information. Well, what did he climb down? He climbed down the tree. Very good. The swan swam around the frog. Well, that was kind of tricky to say. A little bit of a tongue twister there. The swan swam around the frog. So what is the frog doing? It's what is the swan doing? It's swimming. And where is it swimming? Around the frog. Great job. You guys are working really hard, right? So around is going to be that preposition, telling us that location. Look at that ladybug on the flower. Look at that ladybug on the flower. I almost feel like that should have an exclamation point, don't you? What do you think? Good, on, right? On is that word that's telling us the location. The ladybug is where? Well, it's on. Now, if we look at the whole phrase, on the flower, that gives me a little bit more specifics, right? We have that prepositional phrase. Where's the ladybug? On the flower. Very good. All right, so next up, your job is going to be to look at some sentences and try and help me figure out what words we could put in places of the blanks to make some complete sentences. I was stuck, blank 2 cats. I was stuck, blank 2 cats. Where were you stuck? Under 2 cats? Maybe. Maybe they were both on top of you, right? What else? Between 2 cats? Maybe they were squishing you. Behind 2 cats, right? Maybe they were stopped in the road and you couldn't get past them. All great words to make some great sentences. Sal jumped, blank the puddle. Sal jumped, blank the puddle. What do you think? What did Sal do? He jumped into the puddle, right? He could have done that. He could have made splashes. Oh, he jumped over the puddle. Oh, maybe he didn't want to get his shoes wet, right? He jumped next to the puddle. Through the puddle, right? All really great words. I drew a sun, blank the tree. I drew a sun, blank the tree. Where's your sun? On top of. Next to. Beside. Above. Behind. Below. Oh my goodness, these are such great words. There's a lot of places you could draw your sun, isn't there? Awesome work. Sydney hid blank the bed. Maybe Sydney's playing a game of hide and go seek. Where do you think he would hide? Under the bed, maybe. In the bed. Next to the bed. Beside the bed. Behind the bed. Below the bed. These are some really great words. I can see that your brains are really starting to think and picture where Sydney could be. Great job. My friend was in line blank Jackson. Where was your friend? In front of Jackson? Behind Jackson? Next to Jackson? Near Jackson? All really great words. Awesome job. Right. So let's reflect just a little bit. Prepositions. Words used to show the relationship of a noun or pronoun to another word. So we're talking about how are these words related to each other, right? Thinking about our location, our time, and our direction. All right, you guys worked really hard with that. Let's do a little dino stomp cheer. So you might have to stand up, and I want you to pretend that you are a T-Rex and stomp your feet around like a T-Rex and tell yourself you did a great job. Awesome work, guys. I'm so proud of you. So I think it's time we might try our last little piece of grammar. What do you think? All right, are you ready to learn about our last part of speech? Okay, it is drum roll, please. Conjunctions, that's the last part of speech that we are going to be talking about this week. So, conjunctions are words that are used to join, is a word that is used to join words or groups of words. So it's used to connect phrases or sentences together. There are these linking words, connecting words that help to join different sentences, right? Sometimes you might hear about something called a run-on sentence, and that's a sentence that's either really, really long, right? Or we have fragments, sentences that are really short. So using conjunctions can help with that. So let's look at some examples. An example of a conjunction is but, and because. These are all conjunctions that we use to help link phrases and sentences together, right? A lot of the times with conjunctions, we also see a comma being used, but that's not always the case, okay? So sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. Let's take a look at our handy dandy whiteboard. And up here, you'll see I have the word fanboys written down. And this is a great way to help us to remember some of the more common conjunctions that we see. So, fanboys. Each letter is going to stand for a different word, a different conjunction. So let's start with the first one. We have for. Okay, for. The A, and. The N, nor. The B, but. That is a very common contraction. The O, or. The Y, yet. And the S, so. So let's look at these. We have for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. So these are some common conjunctions that we can see in writing and reading, okay? And they link sentences together. Now these are not the only conjunctions that we have, okay? These, right, are called coordinating conjunctions, right? They help to join sentences together. We'll often see a comma before this conjunction, right? So we'd see a comma before we use but, or before we use the and, okay? I don't want to buy those shoes, comma, but I want to buy those shoes, comma, but I don't have enough money, okay? There's also conjunctions that are called subordinating conjunctions, and those are words like since, after, although, because, while, even though, before, right? And so those will help to link different clauses. For example, since Mary didn't help make the bread, she doesn't get to eat it. So we started our sentence there with our conjunction since, right? I could also change it. Mary doesn't get to make any bread since she didn't help make it. Or she doesn't get to eat any bread since she didn't help make it. Didn't make any sense, did it? So, conjunctions are a great way to connect two different thoughts in one sentence. So, let's see if we can identify some conjunctions being used in some sentences. All right, let me read them to you. Up first, I love donuts, but I am too full to eat. I love donuts, but I am too full to eat. Do we have a conjunction here linking together two thoughts? Good, it's but, right? If we took this out, we almost have two sentences on our own, right? I love donuts. I am too full to eat, right? When we add that but, it helps to make our sentence a little bit stronger, make a little more sense, right? I love donuts, but I am too full to eat. Good job. The piglet has not yet found his mother. The piglet has not yet found his mother. Good, yet, right? Yet is our conjunction. Great job identifying that. Right? He hasn't yet found his mother. Not yet. We could also change this around and say the piglet hasn't found his mother yet, right? So the way in which we choose to put the words, the order in which we choose to put them, helps to convey different meanings, right? Helps to change up the way sentences sound and the way we think and interpret them. She made a card and gave it to her best friend. She made a card and gave it to her best friend. What do you think? Very good. Our conjunction here is and, right? It's linking together two different thoughts. She made the card and she gave it to her best friend, right? She made a card. We can do two sentences, right? She made a card, period. She gave it to her best friend, period, right? But instead we're linking those two sentences together using that word and. She made a card and gave it to her best friend. Very good. Do you like broccoli or cauliflower? I like both broccoli and cauliflower. Do you have a favorite? It's kind of hard to choose between the two. I think I probably like broccoli a little bit better. What about you? Yeah, it's kind of a tough decision, right? All right, let's look back at the grammar. Do you see a conjunction in this sentence? Do you like broccoli or cauliflower? Good, or, right? We're giving that choice. Broccoli or cauliflower, right? Berries or cheese, right? We're getting to choose between the two. Very good. I did not hear her, nor did I see her. I did not hear her, nor did I see her. Is there a conjunction in this sentence? Very good. Nor, right? I didn't see her and I didn't hear her, right? nor kind of takes place of that, right? It's two negatives, right? I didn't see her and I didn't hear her, right? So nor is taking that negative, nor, right? I didn't do it. Very good. All right, next up, I'm going to be reading you some sentences that also have some missing words. Your job is to help me fill in those spaces with some contractions that help to make that sentence make sense. I love animals. Blank, I don't like snakes. I love animals. Blank, I don't like snakes. Truth is, I really don't like snakes. They kind of scare me. What about you? Do you have any animals that you don't like? Yeah, I also don't like some of those too, like sharks. Those are scary too. What do you think? I love animals and I don't like snakes? Maybe, but I kind of am really positive up here, right? I love animals, but I don't like snakes. So that's kind of like negative. What do you think? But I love animals, but I don't like snakes, right? We're giving a positive and then kind of a negative afterwards, but I don't like those. Good. Put on your jacket, blank. It is freezing out. Put on your jacket, blank. It is freezing out. Well, why do you have to put on your jacket? It's freezing out, right? So what word could help us there? We're answering a why. Good, because, right? Because is one of those leading words when we ask questions, and we're giving a reason why. Because it's cold out, right? We're giving that reason. Very good. Do you want pizza? Blank, tacos for dinner. Do you want pizza? Blank, tacos for dinner. Good. Or, right, I'm giving a choice between two different things, pizza or tacos, right? You don't want pizza and tacos, right? We want to choose one or the other. So or is a great word to use when we're having choices. The zebra is blank, or the zebra is black, blank, white. The zebra is black, blank, white. Good, it's and, right? It's both. It's black and white, right? When we look at a zebra, it's got those two colors. So that and says we have both. Very good. Last one. She has not blank finished the book. She has not blank finished the book. It's kind of a tough one, isn't it? Let's see if we can fit some words in. She has not finished the book. She has not and finished the book. She has not nor finished the book. She has not but finished the book. She has not or finished the book. She has not yet finished the book. You think that's it? Let's try that one more time. She has not yet finished the book. You're right. That's a great one. She hasn't finished it yet. Not yet. Very good. All right. You guys did an excellent job with that. Let's go back over real fast what a preposition is, or a conjunction. We already did prepositions today. A conjunction is a word that is used to join words or groups of words, right? So we're conjoining those two different thoughts or phrases together. So you guys did an excellent job today exploring our last two parts of speech. We talked about prepositions and we talked about conjunctions. So I know that you guys have worked super, super hard this week. So go ahead and give me a quick stretch. Arms out, arms up. Shake your head. Yes, no, maybe so. Wiggle your fingers. Shake out all your wiggles. Awesome, and I'm so proud of how hard you worked. So let's give ourselves a little cheer. This is the tweet, tweet cheer. So to start, we're gonna make our arms like we're like a little bird flapping its wings. And we're going to tell ourselves that that was something to tweet about, right? Good job, because that was something to cheer about, something to tweet about, right? I am so proud of how hard you guys have worked this week to learn about these different parts of speech. I know a lot of this was probably new information, so it's a lot to stretch your brain and trying to learn all 6 new things. But I know that you guys have done a really great job. So tomorrow is Thursday, and it's my last day with you guys this week. What we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna take all of the information that we have learned this week about nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and conjunctions. We're gonna take all of this information about parts of speech, and we're going to use it to dissect or take apart sentences, right? And see how all of these parts of speech work together to make some really amazing sentences that we can read in books. And we're gonna see how all of these pieces work to add so much detail, so much fun into reading that if we didn't have these, I don't know what we would do. So I hope that you have the time to join us tomorrow to have a little bit of fun with us, put all your learning together, and really see it pay off. But until then, make sure that you guys take a chance to go outside, run around, let off some steam, maybe ride your bike or climb a tree, do something fun, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.